I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like this is the peak episode of the entire show just because of its importance and how much of a big deal this is. So I firmly do believe that this is like the turning point. This is like a legendary episode here because of the importance of this topic. So this topic was submitted by Alyssa, who happens to be the host of Pt.1 Sip2 podcast. And she really enjoyed the episode about college and the financial aspect of it, like the financial struggles and all that, and it really connected and related to her. Now, I asked for some feedback in regards to, is there anything specific I should also talk about in regards to the college experience? And she mentioned that I should talk about the mental health aspect because there's some non-college students who haven't understood, why it is a big deal in college. And there is a lot to unpack here. Way more than I actually thought, honestly. So we're going to start off by me telling a story when I was a senior in college. So I had a friend here. I was hanging out with her and all this mess, and she stated this really interesting fact. And it was along the lines of, you can command your body to do anything. You can command your fingers to move, your arms to move, your legs to move. You can command any part of your body, but you can't command your brain to fall asleep. You can't command your brain to rest. And I really found that interesting because that for me was like an aha moment, or like everything in life just clicked. And perhaps I wish I knew this sooner than later because that would have immensely helped my college experience and other people's college experience. So, essentially, the only way you can actually command your brain to fall asleep is to get it tired. And you ever caught yourself falling asleep in class? Well, it is because your brain is under constant exercise of processing information. Like you're trying to learn what the professor's trying to explain to you. You're writing notes. You're taking stuff down. Along with that, you're studying for an exam, perhaps, essentially. And it just starts to click that perhaps that's why you fall asleep in class. Your brain gets tired from all the information it's just processing throughout the day. And especially when you have back-to-back classes. Let's say from 8 a.m. all the way to 2 or 3 p.m. It is tough making it throughout the day. Or even if you have a 1-hour break and you're trying to do homework, and sometimes you catch yourself falling asleep while doing homework or studying. And that is because you, again, are putting your brain under constant pressure of processing information. So your brain is theoretically exercising. So yeah, you can see how this fact that my friend told me really clicks now. And perhaps this might help you in your college experience. So, if you're in class, you pretty much are in an environment where you can get interrupted pretty easily, especially if you are falling asleep, because then your professor is going to be like, hey, wake up, no sleeping in my class. Or a student might be like, hey, this is important. Or hey, the professor's about to come this way, wake up or something like that. Yeah, so your brain didn't get the proper rest. And when your brain is under that constant, I'm not getting a proper rest, you start to do things that should be common sense, but you don't do them, You get what I'm saying? It's why a lot of people say, oh, he's a college student, you're on the struggle bus, whatever, or she's on the struggle bus, all that mess. Because the tasks that we should know how to do by common sense, we cannot process. Our brains are they're not doing so well because they got interrupted in the sleep cycle. And after a consistent amount of times of being interrupted and not getting the right amount of sleep, your brain becomes susceptible or vulnerable to some mental health illnesses, or at least symptoms of that. So you may start to develop anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, and now it seems like you have a mental illness. So that's my main takeaway from the fun fact that my friend shared